tone. Please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hi Mark, my name is AJ Ditmar. I tried calling you several times and I've also written you an email. I'm very upset because you just allowed the best Sears and Roebuck house in town, 1411 3rd Street Northwest, to be demolished. And I just don't understand how this house couldn't have been saved. Like the 3-sided shack on 3rd Street Southeast. I feel like all that matters to anybody is the east side, and that the west side could just pretty much go to hell. So if you care at all about the people or the history of this city, since I am a pioneer, silver certificate twice, I would like to call back. I'm very upset because I'm watching them demolish a house that I tried very hard to save and I needed your help to do, and now it's gone. It's a sad day, man. They didn't even tear down the White House first. That white one.
Pardon?
The white one was on a list, that brick house we were trying to save.
Well, but he's not going to save it now.
This city sucks. No wonder everybody's leaving.
Okay.
This city sucks.
Well, I know. I don't understand. So, well, you did your best. Sometimes it's kind of hard to fight City Hall. Tell me about the time. What?
It's a Sears and Roebuck, 1910. It's poured by Cedar Rapids Concrete.
Oh, yeah? Well, what do? They buy it out of the catalog? Really?
Yeah, they were supposed to take that one down first, and then they were supposed to take that one. And they're taking the one that I've been trying to save. They've destroyed all these people's lives, and nobody cares.
Well, some of them decided to sell, though, you know, so...
85 done at the Dunn survey. 85% of the people did not want to move.
Well, you did your best. We're going to say I can smell that shit in our yard. Come on, folks.
I'm Greg Vale, giving you an example of what FEMA does to local area residents when federal money comes in but is not ever dictated as what is actually supposed to be done with it and what kind of oversight is supposed to be given on that. We get good houses being torn down that could have been rebuilt and people could have lived in. Hard to believe that this is a town you're looking at right here that's in the middle of a housing crisis, and they're tearing down the cheapest houses you can buy around here. Let's check this out again. This one here was actually made out of brick. It was historical, and it was a Sears and Roebuck home. AJ is obviously not happy. And it looks like I got a dual bulldozer going on here, if you can see the other one behind this one. But they've got getting ready to bulldoze the White House right next door to this brick house simultaneously. And because we live here, when they decide decided to tear the house down. AJ here is a pretty strong activist and gets rather emotional about the thing. So rather than a normal demo of a house with a bulldozer and a couple of guys, this one here, they brought about 30 guys, and they had to make sure they had a cop car. You can see the other cop car behind that cop car. Guaranteed those are all for her.
It didn't even have a notice of demolition on it.
I'm pretty sure they did all that on purpose. That's why I say they showed up, and in a matter of 5 minutes, they had sense.
They didn't even tear down the other one they were supposed to tear down first. They haven't done any of this right.
They don't want you to know when it was coming down. Well, they sure got a jump on it once they knew Ragby was driving through. And you can guarantee this guy here, the one with the big belly, you can tell he doesn't get out of the truck much, doesn't do any real work. That's probably a Zinsser man or something himself.
They're Zinsser.
Okay.
Are they?
I don't know who they actually are. See all the dust over there? I don't know if you can see it with the camera, but this is all the dust they're apparently supposed to be keeping down with a guy with a water sprayer over there. They ain't got much more than a garden hose hooked up to a little pump tank on the back of a truck like you would use for horizontal boring or spraying your fields. And we got nothing over here but a dust cloud flying out of the back of this place. And every now and then it blows right on over into our yard where we can just get a big whiff of that 100-year-old dirt.
That was the only house left on the block.
Yeah, it was the only one left worth saving. And they tore all the other good houses down out of this neighborhood already. These houses were all purchased with FEMA money. The city told the citizens of Cedar Rapids, Iowa, that they needed to use this FEMA money to purchase their houses so that the city could use this area as a greenway for water to fill up this basin in case it ever flooded again.
Another flood.
Right? They said that they were going to use this as a greenway and that they were going to build a flood wall 3-4 blocks back from this. Ironically, they got the money from FEMA to come tear and buy up and tear down all these houses, but they never had any money for a flood wall. So then when they went to try to get money for a flood wall, guess who they asked to pay for it? The citizens of Cedar Rapids, who are already broke, poor, and can't afford it at the moment. And so they all said no to a local option sales tax twice. Now the city is getting no flood wall, which means if this does fill up with water, it just fills up the whole neighborhood with water all the way back 13 blocks, just like it did the last time. And all these houses came down for nothing. Now there's word that our mayor has gone to Washington, D.C.
On our dime.
Yeah, on our dime, of course, because they don't do anything out of their pocket. And tried to solicit the government to change the rules about the definition of a greenway. They want a variance or an amendment so that they can redevelop down in an area that was originally purchased for open space floodwater with FEMA money. You know, when you stop and you look at it all, you can see the FEMA money comes in, the city used it for a land grab to take all the people's houses, to get a hold of all the people's land, and then they're going to set, as I did in a city council speech that I gave to them almost 3.5 years ago, we're a little past the 4-year mark on the flood, about how they were stealing people's prime riverfront real estate for pennies on the dollar. Now, I know this was kind of a neighborhood. The houses were $60,000, $80,000. They've been around 100 years. They were small. But, folks, this is riverfront property. This property right here, when you put condos on a place like this and large-scale apartment buildings, man, they're going to charge $1 million and $1.5 million plus a unit for these places, turning these lots that were only supposed to be worth about $15,000 with a $60,000 dwelling sitting on them into a lot that's now worth $5 to $10 million by itself, generating them tons of tax revenue, giving them a lot of hands to shake with their friends that want to buy and redevelop down here. And out of a result, we can't save anything. They call people around here cave people. And it stands for Citizens Against Virtually Everything. That's what they want to call us. But when it comes right down to it, every request that the citizens have made are always being told no about the area. And so it really appears as though it's more of a city against virtually everyone or everything that the citizens of this city want. Say goodbye to two houses, and here goes the White House's garage. Now you're going to clean this stuff up, stuff it in the back of the truck, and take it on down to a local landfill.
How green is that?
How green is that? And to be honest with you, we tried to fight to save a lot of these houses, but you can't fight the cities and the homeowners too. And if the homeowners are dumping the place off to the city for pennies on the dollar, dirt cheap, and want to be stupid, there's not much you can do. You can try to educate them real fast, but if they don't get it, they don't get it. And so, yeah, when they're giving us $1 million to try to get us out of our place because we've got a right to stay here, and these people all sold their place for
pennies,
dirt minus the demolition cost. Yeah, some of these people ended up having to pay $4,000 to $4,000 or $5,000 because there wasn't enough money left over to cover the demo cost, and so they said take it out of their pocket.